We'll start out with Bama at Cincinnati, though. This, I think, could be a lot better of a game than people think. Who wins this one and why, though?
I mean, this is absolutely going to be an Alabama massacre. No, Cincinnati has put up good numbers during the season, but Cincinnati is one of those teams kind of similar to what Oregon used to be when they were actually making it to the playoffs,
Yep.
where they have a lot of team speed, and that's what they were relying upon to win games because they do have speed, but they're small.
Right.
Their offensive and defensive lines are undermatched. Alabama is going to push them around. Now you have zero comfortability in your pass game. The rush game gets blown up. You can't stop the run. Like, Bama is going to steamroll Cincinnati to the point where they're like, don't ever let a non-Power 5 team into the playoff. Like, that's probably their worst nightmare, that they made the playoff and they got to play Bama.
Right.
Like,
they're not sleeping well at night right now.
It's not going to be close. I mean, when you start to dissect who Cincinnati played this season, I mean, they did have some big wins. They beat Notre Dame, and that was Notre Dame's only loss this season.
Yep. They're sitting right outside. Yep.
I mean, they're sitting right there. What are they, ranked 6th?
I believe so.
Yes, I mean, they're right on the doorstep. But if you break into actually what happened in that game against Notre Dame was having their way against them. They pushed Cincinnati around. Cincinnati beat them with turnovers. Notre Dame had a lot of penalties, turned the ball over 3 times, and they still lost the game 24-13. That was a terrible performance from Notre Dame. But they were able to, I think they were having their way with them.
Right.
Bama's not going to turn the ball over.
No.
Bama's not going to be scored on by Cincinnati.
Yeah.
It's going to get ugly. I mean, this could be like a 45-10, just straight up shellacking.
You definitely believe that Alabama's back.
They never went anywhere.
Right. They just they just pulled the wool over everybody's eyes.
I mean, when you win, what did they won, like 7 national championships in 12 years? It gets boring.
Right. And here's something that, God, I literally just had it and I lost it. Anyways, we'll move on. So, 45-10. I mean, yeah, you definitely think Alabama is back. Oh, here's what it was. So when they went to 4 overtimes against Auburn in the Iron Bowl, a lot of people believe they were already looking ahead to Georgia because they knew they were gonna play Georgia in the SEC title game. I mean, everybody knew as the season went on, it's gonna be Georgia and Alabama at the end, and there was no question about it.
Yeah.
And you know, like I said, now that they basically feel back, they're back present. I mean, again, they never left. They're hot now, and everybody's got their eyes on Alabama, which we should have never taken it off. Bama at Cincinnati, though. I think that Cincinnati, ironically, not even ironically, but to contrast your take there, I do think Cincinnati puts up some points in this game. It's not going to be a 25, 30-point type of game, but I could see them getting, potentially 17 to 21 points in this one, which I know isn't enough to hang with Alabama. And Alabama's defense is clearly better than Cincinnati's right now. They're clearly a better team than Cincinnati offensively and defensively. I think it is going to be a nice display, rather, of these two offenses going back and forth. It's just Alabama's going to be able to pull out the stops. They have Nick Saban. They have the Heisman winner in Bryce Young. Again, they have receivers out there. And their defense always comes to play. So I do have Alabama winning this one. Don't really know a score prediction yet. I could see by about 14 to 17 points. And like I said, I think it's going to be a lot better game than people think because, like you said, Cincinnati's quick, but they are small. So they're going to be, playing a little bit of finesse out there, trying to work some people around. But I think Nick Saban prevails. He's clearly the best college football coach maybe ever. It's absolutely ridiculous right now.
It's not a maybe.
He's like, don't question it, brother. It's just like the Bills. That was hilarious when you showed me before the show. Horrible, man. All right.